So what is she like?
Very good, mate. Just she wants to be all grown up already though. She wants to like skip the baby phase and maybe start talking.
Oh yeah?
Don't you, Bobby?
How can you tell? Is she just trying to do adult stuff all the time?
She's very nosy. Like when you first came in the room, she's just looking around and just wanting to be in the action. You can just tell. Like my other one was quite the same. So yeah, she just wants to skip this phase now, don't you?
You know, there have been times in your career where you've been accused of maybe not being the best dad.
Yeah, I'm all right. Like, go on. Listen, it's time to go and start paying rent now. So listen, I need rent off you every month, babe, because I don't really care. Nah, mate. Just when you're in fight week, when you're in fight mode, when you're thinking about fights, you know, you're just in that one focus, one direction, you know, and not a lot of things matter, but you know, when someone asks you, do you love your kids, do you care about your kids, you obviously do. It's just figures of speech, you know, just to show how obsessed and demented you are about fighting.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. When you said that during the interview, did you know it was going to blow up in the way it did?
I just didn't really obviously care. Like the UFC guy, he came to me and he was like, I just want to make sure your comments, what you said. And I was like, what did they say? He's like, you know, was that okay? And I was like, yeah, it's fine with me. He's like, okay, because I'm worried how this is going to be received. And I was like, well, I don't care how it's received, you know. And it was received probably more bad than good, but everyone who knew, like Mike Bisping spoke to me a few times about it, and he knew, and a lot of people knew. You just, when it's close to fight and when you've got to fight, the total focus is you know. Like, I can't thank the people around me enough, because they they do everything for me, you know. Like, so my girlfriend, you know, she probably looks after him more than I do now, because I've got one goal, and it's to win on Saturday, and it's obviously all for me. But then after it's for her, you know, it does pay bills as well, what I do.
What is why is this fight important on Saturday? What is at stake here?
I don't think like that. Like something's at stake. I like where the fight is, and I like who the fight's against. There's certain guys sometimes you might fight, and it has to be a full camp of just strategizing and getting the strategy right. And this camp's been about that, but this camp's also, we know what to expect. We know to expect a tough veteran who really likes to scrap, and I'm a young, hungry, you know, gorilla who likes to scrap as well. So it's just a very exciting matchup for myself, and you know, it's just another guy in the end that I can say I fought. You know, all these guys that I've fought, Masvidal's up there. I can be proud in saying his name that I fought against him. That for me is a lot. Means a lot.
What sticks out about him from an in-cage standpoint?
Inside the cage, it just is like his experience and his manner. Like he, you know, when you look at a guy like Masvidal, you don't look at Masvidal and think, oh, he's I don't know how to say this in the best way. If I'm looking across him in the cage, I'm not thinking, yeah, you know, you're a... I'm thinking, yeah, this guy wants to me up. Like that's the manner I get from Masvidal, and I hope he gets the same manner from me. So we're both on the same page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a guy. I think his nickname is pretty spot on. As others have said about you, I think his nickname fits him. He's game.
Game. It's rare in this sport as well to find them like that. But Masvidal's definitely top 3. You know, he's game, and you know, when no one was calling my name, he just called it there and then. So, you know, he's definitely game, mate.
I know that London is not Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool was out of this world experience for you, right? But
yeah.
What is the significance of fighting in London?
It's just, to me, it's just, you know, I've fought in a lot of different countries for the UFC, and it's just, it's England, but it's another venue. It's a world famous venue. London is one of the capitals of the world. You know, when you think of London, you think of the Queen. You know, English, we've got a lot of heritage and history, and just the setting for it, Masvidal, and the whole like card. It's not just like, you know, the main event, the co-mains fire, the fights after that are fire, the prelims are fire. I can't look at one fight and go, oh, every fight for me is an interesting fight, and I know what the fans are expecting. They're expecting my walkout tune for, you know, obviously the main event, and then, you know, they're expecting a 5-round or first round war. and that for me gets me excited.
Mm-hmm. And if that's what happens, if you go out in that type of atmosphere and you have that type of fight that people are hoping for against George, what do you get out of that? Where do you think that takes you?
I'll come back here and I'll sit right on this couch and I'll just be smiling for 24 hours. I won't want to do anything else. I'll just be smiling and I'll be proud of myself. I'll be like on cloud nine, as they say, you know. I'll just be so proud of another like journey ticked off the list, and this for me again, this fight. You know, everyone hates fight week leading up to it, but there's an ultimate goal that you'd have to keep in the back of your mind, and it's Saturday night, going in there and providing for yourself and for the fans.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed that you will bring up even Ben Askren occasionally, and not that you're overlooking George, obviously, but Ben Askren is on your radar this week.
Yeah, like, you know, he's going to be here fight week. He's looking to choke me out, as he says, or, you know, just beat on me and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm never looking past my opponent, but I've got no problem speaking about a future possible opponent. Mm-hmm. And Ben maybe could be that. So, you know, we'll see. I know he's here for fight week to cause a bit of ruckus. It's all fun and games with me, mate. Nothing's personal. It's all business.
Yeah, where did this whole thing start? What is this between you and Ben?
No, it was Ben who started it. It's not like an opinion. That's a fact. It's Ben who just started like giving every welterweight, and a lot of guys weren't replying. I thought, who the this guy? You know, like I was like, what are you chatting? So I just replied to him, but I don't really reply to Ben in the way that he expects. I just talk like stupid, like some. I think he's like, this stupid like English guy or whatever. So I take everything with a pinch of salt, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not it gets to me, like, don't take it personal. Now, if the guy sees me in the street and the guy wants to fight, the guy can fight, but that's not going to happen. So why am I going to take something personal? It's different. It's the fight game.
Yeah, Ben's a pretty smart guy, and he comes across as a smart guy. Do you like him maybe thinking that you're not on his level intellectually? Because it does seem like he talks down to you a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely talks down to me about intelligence and my fight level. He thinks I'm not a very good fighter. A lot of people do. A lot of people who before they meet me, you know, I remember having a conversation with Dana. We had a meal, and Dana was just like, you know, we never spoke properly, and after we were there for like an hour, 2 hours, and he was like, you know, he said to me once or twice, like, you're very intelligent, and like, I am a very intelligent individual, but I don't need to show that to the world. I don't need to speak big words or prove it to anyone. I know myself. I'm an intelligent person. I know that. I don't need to prove it to Ben or anyone. You know, when you speak to me, you'll find it out, and when you see me, you'll see about my aura. But you know, it's Ben is the elder here. He's been fighting a long time, so if he wants to speak down, that's his right.
Well, it makes for fun exchanges between you two.
Everyone messages me like, kill that curly-headed. People probably message him the same, so it makes for a good fight.
I mean, are you expecting some type of? I mean, you've had that with like Mike Perry, you know, after a fight where you two will start jawing back and forth. Are you expecting that to happen on Saturday?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Like with Mike Perry, it was weird because I was expecting the fight with Mike Perry after Cowboy, and then he like, you know, he got 2 losses and that. And I'm never gonna, I'm not like one to like hate on a guy. Could we have some quiet, please? Could we? I'm not like a guy to hate on someone, you know, when you get a loss. It depends, you know, like, I don't want to really put the guy down. Sometimes I'll say, you know, small things, but I don't want to put a guy down. That's his worst moment. Ben done that to me when I lost against Woodley. You know, he posted a photo saying he, you know, beat me, and that's just how some people are. But I waited for the fight with Mike, and then he, you know, he lost a few fights, so it didn't happen. So after this fight, it could potentially be Ben.
To be clear, do you want it to be Ben if you win this fight?
I wouldn't mind it being Ben, but I think if I win this fight, I think if Usman and Colby don't fight, I think I could fight Usman. I think still being, you know, I know Ben's only just come to the UFC and he's got to like rank 6 after beating Lawler, which, you know, is a fair, but he did beat Lawler, and Lawler's who he is. He's an ex-champion, whatever. But I'm number 3 still, so why can't I win this fight and still like I never campaigned for my title shot. Everyone knows that, just to be clear. So why can't after this fight, you know, not looking past Masvidal, if I beat Masvidal, campaign for a second go at the title, second one. But you know, as I say, if that doesn't happen, then it probably might be Ben.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Colby Covington would not be very happy if you were to jump. You think you would jump him, or you think that there's like a potential of that fight not happening
I
for
don't
some
know.
reason?
Maybe you or other people know more than me, but right now, I just really, really don't see Colby fighting Usman. I see Colby fighting Woodley. So in my mind, if Colby fights Woodley, that leaves me number 3 to fight Usman. And I know Usman used to call me out, so the tide has changed. I'm calling Usman out now. He's the champion. Everyone calls the champ out. So that makes sense to me. But then if that doesn't happen, looking behind, there's Ben.
Why would Covington fight Woodley, do you think?
I think he wants to fight Woodley. I just don't know. I think I think in his mind he thinks he can beat Woodley, but he doesn't think he can beat Usman. That's what I truly believe. He just like there was. Someone sent me a video. They were having like a fight in a casino. Usman and Colby.
Yeah.
And like, I know Usman was with like some of his guys, and he was with his manager Ali, and Colby. I don't know if Colby was alone or he was with some guy, but you know, that to me shows a little bit of fear. Like, I just would not be stepping back, and one of Usman's guys tried to like hit Colby. You know, that was anyone else. Like, you know, that was 3 guys, another fighter on me, and I was on my own. I wouldn't be taking that. Even if it's 3-1, I wouldn't be taking that at all. You know, I just wouldn't be taking it. Like, so I think Colby is a little bit scared of Usman, but I don't think he's scared of Woodley. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's my penny's worth. Yeah. If anyone's listening.
What looking back to your last fight, why do you think you came up short against Woodley?
I just think on the night it was Woodley's night. I think it was meant to be. Every fight camp I always have niggles and I get sick, and there's always like roadblocks ahead in a fight camp, but I always fight my best like that. For the Woodley fight, there was just like nothing. The weight cut was great. There was no injuries. The camp, I was flying. I didn't miss a shot all camp. I was too confident. I shouldn't have been that confident. What, you weren't even born then, so you just zip it. And then on the night, very relaxed and calm, and just very ready to just grab the title. And you know, Woodley come in there very, very scared, and a scared man's a dangerous man. And he caught me. He caught me for, you know, everyone knows he's a terrific puncher, and he caught me flush. And there you go. That's all she wrote.
Huh. How do you prevent that from happening again? Because I would think you want to feel that way. You want to feel invincible. You want to feel confident when you go into a fight. So how do you prevent it from being too much?
Do you agree with him or me?
I think she agrees with me.
Do you agree with that? And Woodley, go on then, Team Woodley. Go on, see you later. I don't think you can ever prevent it 100%. As I say, I'm not scared to sit here and say maybe I might take another loss too. In MMA, it's more possible than boxing. But you just, as I said, there's 2 things, and I was speaking about this yesterday to a friend, and a lot of guys get mixed up. And when you go in the gym and you're in fight camp, and when you're haven't got a fight booked and you're training, I've always done this, and there's 2 things I think you need to do, and it's give 100%, but also evolve. And a lot of guys, they go to the gym and they give 100%. You see on some like videos they'll post, they're giving 100%, but they're not really evolving. You see through the years they've never evolved. I want to like I always give 100%, but my main goal is to evolve. So I think even through fight camp, even when you're not fighting, it's just the goal is to evolve. Look at MMA, how it's evolved. I think that is the most important. You know, a lot of people will sit there and go, I'm totally obsessed and dedicated, and I am. And they'll say, yeah, I just go to training, I come back, I sleep, and I go back to training. That's my life. And I think, well, you're doing it wrong. That's my opinion. I think you need to go to the gym, train hard, evolve, and then, you know, come to another reality, go out the gym, do your things, go shopping, whatever, and go back to the gym in the night. That for me is like a realistic life. Some guys, they just think, I just got to train really hard and I'll get better. You might be fit, but you're not evolving. You've got to be evolving your game all the time, not just striking, wrestling, ground, and that's just my take on it. And yet, maybe I'm not the best rounded MMA fighter, but in a few years, yeah, I'm working on it.
One thing about the last fight too, Colin mentioned to me, is that maybe you felt like the fight, it was almost like you got a feeling that the fight was over when you made weight. Was there any of that? Yeah,
because just because like there was so much pressure on Darren Till to make weight, and when I made weight, I felt like, okay, I've done my fight now. I wasn't worried about the test ahead, and I should have been. it's nothing to do with you. I've just told you. Hey, you're getting tired. Hey, I just think that I'd made weight and then I was like, yeah, whatever. When I was fighting one of the greatest welterweights of all time, I should have just been like, yeah, I've made right now, time to Woodley up.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in that mindset. I was just in the mindset, yeah, he's done. Like, I'm taking that belt. Bad mindset, you know, after I'd made weight, it was a bad mindset. You know, I was still supremely confident, but never again. You learn from your mistakes. I learned gravely, you know. I just could have touched that title, but I didn't, and it hurts. But, you know, we learn from that.
How much longer are you a welterweight?
I told you this last night, a few more fights, and it's stakes for me. I can see myself, you know, maybe 2 or 3 more fights, you know. It's not that this has been a great, you know, a good cut up to now. You know, I don't want to jinx things, but I feel good. You know, a few days out from the weigh-ins, you know, I haven't really worried about weight. I just do what the chef orders me. I put full 100% trust into Shefsky. He's one of the team now, you know, and he always will be. And my job is to, as I said to you, train hard, 100%, evolve, and provide a good fight Saturday. That's my job.
How close were you to just going up?
Well, when I got back, and I was obviously very upset, I was in my back room there. I've got like my own little games room, and I was on the phone to Colin. I was just like, yeah, Colin, you know, I just want to go to middleweight now. And Colin was like, yeah, but you've still got fights at welterweight you want. So, you know, look how easy the cut was. I mean, I couldn't explain to you. I cut a lot of weight, you know, close to what Anthony Johnson used to cut. Like, maybe not as much. I know he used to cut a hell of a lot of weight for welter. But you know, anyone who's in the circle knows how much weight I cut. Like, this week is the week when fighters are sort of, you know, like just chilling. I'm not chilling. Like, I'm still, this morning, it was a hard session. You know, it was a proper fighter session. So I cut a lot of weight. So how easy the last weight cut was, even if it's not as easy as last time and it's still, you know, a little bit harder than that, that's not a problem. Like, because, you know, we just made weight so easy. So, and I've done that a lot of times, you know, for Cowboy, the weight cut was ridiculous. Before that was ridiculous easy. So I can do that a few more times. But as you say, I'm getting older, I'm 26, my body's growing. Every fight camp I get bigger, I get stronger, my muscles expand. So, you know, a few more.
Well, last question I have, and then we'll let you put this little one down.
It's because I don't know what your problem is. Like, just chill.
But we got one big topic left, and that is, what is the deal with you and Piers Morgan?
I didn't even know you might have known about that, mate. I've been getting calls about that from my mum and her friends, and people, I think everyone knows, but I don't sit there thinking, everyone knows about this. I just do it. Like, as I said to you, Brett, before, Twitter's like where I go on the rampage, and Instagram's more professional. But it was an interview. I can't find the interview. I'd try and find it. He said something. It was along the lines of fighting. But Piers is a very controversial figure, and I'm not going to sit here and say I hate him. A lot of people probably would. But you know, he is a bit of a busybody, and he talks a lot. And I just wanted to call him out on that. I didn't even expect a reply. I mean, he's a pretty famous guy, probably in America as well. Like,
yeah.
You know, so I didn't even expect any. I just thought I'm just going to call him out. But again, not in a professional manner, not like intellectual. I just called him I called him.
Yeah.
And I said, you look like. And he replied saying, yeah, but slots and stuff are very strong. And my reply was, this is a killer, was, yeah, you don't look like a slot, you look like. And he never replied, and Twitter just went mad, and I just left it at that. Now and then I'll just say something. But he said good luck to me on March 16th, so, you know, he obviously looked into me, who I was and that, but,
yeah.
You know, sometimes it's good just to put some people straight, you know.
You said your mom called you about it. What did she say?
Yeah, my mum called me and said I was in work, and all my friends were like saying how funny it was. They were looking on Twitter, and you were like calling Piers Morgan, because he's very famous in England. He does like the morning shows, so he's very famous. And like all my friends and everyone, I think even like my granddad was asking about Piers Morgan and why, and I was like, I just don't like the guy. He just talk. I thought I'd talk back to him, so that's all she wrote. It's a weird beef as well.
It's a very weird beef.
Maybe he'll turn up at London.
Maybe. Or do you think you'll run into him at some point? Like he'll interview you, or you guys will
Well,
sit down at some point?
We're not. He'd probably like roast me if he interviewed me. But we're not like on the same path, are we? Like I'm not a celebrity, and I'm not in his side of business. I'm in the fight business, and sometimes you do cross paths with, like, as you say, so-called celebrities and whatever. But we're on a different path. I'm not on like. I'm not into like the celebrity side of things, you know. You know, you could be sitting here and Drake could ask me to. Drake's a huge superstar worldwide. He could ask me to go to a party, or my friends from back home could ask me to go to a party. I'm gonna pick my friends every time over Drake, even though it's Drake. I'm not into like the celebrity side of it all. Like, it doesn't really appeal to me.